Base speed says, let's get it, French. Getting the player review here. Excuse me, getting the player review here. As we start out with Yotam versus French, Yotam says that this server is okay. He, of course, is from EU. He gets on this first goal, which will be very important for him. This is a good tone setter as we talk about who these guys are. Yotam, just recently in the top 100 when I went looking for him a couple days ago to look for people who would want to play in these show matches. He is from EU, says he can get decent ping on East, and looks like he's got 80 here. In fact, looks like he's got better ping than French on this USD server, so not too bad. Both these guys sitting at about 80. But Yotam just got him from the top 100 ladder, has fallen out, and French, we know from being on the stream a couple times, looks like his name actually is Frenchie. I switched it between French and Frenchie, but we have it right now. Frenchie, of course, from Johnny Boy fame, from leaderboard fame, as he is top 5 about right now. I think probably top 4 or 6, something like that. Probably like top 1 or 2 or 3 in NA. But he starts this game down 1-0 against Yotam, an opponent he's surely not used to playing, as it sounds like Yotam cues EU. French's style, though, is one that I would think would be fairly unrattled, especially by players who are ranked below him, as he seems to be a slow and steady wins the race kind of guy. But as I say that, he does go down 2-0 to Yotam with a nice carry dribble and just a double jump pop. Catches Frenchie off guard, gets that second goal. Yotam doing a good job, making a statement. Yotam, Yotam. He's got to change that name. Yotam doing a good job making a statement, starting up 2-0 here in a game where he is heavily unfavored if you look at rank. So quite an impressive start here for him. French lets that one get right by him, almost lets a third goal in. Luckily, bounces off the post as these guys bump each other in net. Yotam's gonna take control. I'll get that wrong a million times before I finally learn. Setting up yet another dribble. First flick is a fake. Another double jump pop, but this time Frenchie's able to push up Yotam high enough to clear the ball over the top of the net. And that counterattack's going to be easy for French as he gets his first goal of the Gauntlet series we have here. If you are a VRL viewer, then you know that French can afford to get going here, as maybe his most recent show match wasn't the best he's ever had. But we have no doubt in his ability to rebound. French has been a mainstay on top of the ranked ladder recently. And I am sure that in no time it will start translating to success on the stream. But Yotam will put a third goal in here, 3-1 in favor of Yotam. Yotam certainly playing with the nothing to lose type mindset in this game. Maybe working out for him, as French has not been able to get anything going here. Yotam keeping ball possession here, seeming to stay in control of the flow of the game pretty much this whole time. French going for a deep dive on Yotam's boost, who really has no problem maintaining boost himself. He was not low in any way. Yotam keeping the pressure high, not letting French get anything started. Taking these full clears backwards when needed. Trying to dictate the pace of the game, and it's really working for him right now. Did leave a slightly open net because of just how fast he's playing, but French's miss at the top of the backboard will give Yotam another goal, 4-1. As both these guys playing in the Fennec talking about it in chat right before it started. With a minute 40 left, it is definitely time for French to start showing us what he's got. Nice slow play here, low 50-50, but questionable whether or not he'll be able to get it on the net and score here. Yotam could block come flying in off the wall. He will get a 5th goal off this. Yotam is in the building feeling himself. Rest in peace, Frenchie, in game 1. A minute 28 left. French could really start to afford to find his kickoff right now. Even just 1 or 2 kickoff goals changes this game as he puts another flick high off the backboard. Yotam, another long shot's gonna make it 6-1. Frenchie just not finding the back of the net with his flicks here. And these counterattacks from Yotam are just working. Frenchie's got to reset the mindset. Find a way to find his groove, whatever it might be. It's the car, it's the Fennec. Nice double tap from Yotam yet again. 7-1 in this first game. Exactly what Yotam needed to seriously consider maybe just winning this game. I mean, based on MMR, these guys would normally start this gauntlet on opposite ends of it. But as Yotam gets a demo and almost gets an 8th goal here, ruining his Brazil. Now it's just about French finding something in these last 35 seconds, finding a groove, finding a hole, finding something that he needs to do to come back here on Yotam. Yotam, goodness gracious, but these demos and these challenges from Yotam are just stopping everything Frenchie has. This challenge also not going to go in. Yotam will take the 8th goal as he does try and slow that ball down. A couple OKs in chat. It'll be important to keep a good mindset, as these guys' history on the ladder is proof that Frenchie is certainly not out of this set, as there will be 1 or 2 more games if Frenchie can find his groove. But another kickoff goal for Yotam will be 9-1. There it is. A nice 0-second goal for French. Something he needs in order to come back just mentally here. He needs a nice Men in Black mind reset after this game number 1. These two guys give each other a GG. Well played from Yotam, the man with nothing to lose, as he goes up 1-0 in the best of 3. Yotam versus Frenchie. Game number 2. Yotam up 1-0 in a surprise, commanding victory. Frenchie, though, listening to chat, says it was the car, it was the Fennec. I'm back in my Vitality Octane. And Yotam instantly with a nice dribble left-right from all the way back in his net is going to catch Frenchie turning this goal here. 1-0 for Yotam. Just not letting off the gas. Trying to keep this momentum going. This kickoff goal will get saved here, and Frenchie will have an opportunity to set something else, setting something up for himself. These solo plays where he's got all the time in the world is really where we need to see a goal from French in order to catch his groove back. But that first flick goes high. He's going to be able to score this one. A nice tie-up 1-1 in this game number 2. French is going to need to find a way to get those initial flicks in the back of the net. He's not going to be able to rely on these backboard rebounds over and over and over the rest of this game. But getting that one in will do wonders for the confidence, I'm sure. Just get the nerves off, as he does not get this save, though, off this kickoff. Ends up redirecting it into the corner. Yotam just doing a good job of staying on the ball. Nice power shot. Certainly not unsavable, but French unable to clear it past the post. It's going to be 2-0 to Yotam. This is another kickoff win. Should be a goal. 3-1. Yotam playing a style that French just cannot seem to stop. Yotam keeping the pressure on high this entire series. But even in the moments where he has relieved pressure, we have yet to see a beautiful, solo space play from French as Yotam gets yet another monkeying around the ball kind of goal. French's half flip pushes the ball too far away. Is going to leave it rolling for Yotam to score. These guys at this rank are going to be able to score with even the slightest bit of space given to them. A nice okay again from French in the chat. That weird dribble is certainly an okay, but Yotam pulls it off, gets the demo. Who cares about actually flicking the ball when you can just fly past the ball and randomly demo the person on the other side of it? All that matters is getting the goal, and Yotam does get it up 5-1 in this series. Or sorry, up 2-1 in the, or sorry, 1-0 in the series. You'll have to forgive me. 5-1 in this game. This game looking very much like game number 1. French unable to find his rhythm, while Yotam playing with almost no rhythm, flying at the ball and getting goals left and right. Yotam, notice he's never leaving the ball, constantly staying, pressure on, especially when you've got someone playing on their back foot like he does right now with French. You do not want to get them any breathing room, and he is not. Look at this, staying deep dive aggressive, nice demo here. He's gonna make it 7-1. Able to go in deep and steal this boost. No diagonal kickoff from Yotam. He does lose this one, and French puts a nice pop to make it 7-2. This game is certainly, as we always say, as every 1v1 viewer or caster will ever think, this game is certainly not over. 7-2 game in any other game mode is an over game, but not in ones. A fake kickoff from Yotam means he recognizes that the game's not over and he wants to keep those kickoffs in control. The only way to lose now is to lose a few of those right into the back of his net. So not a bad idea to start faking them, as that usually results in at least a slower play, not immediate. French trying to trick Yotam into a bad challenge. Yotam times his challenge perfectly. He's able to get yet another clear. French is going to try and attack with no boost. Nice flick, but once again off the post. Now stuck with no boost. Yotam knows he's got all day. French just avoiding demos here, but is going to have to find a way to grab some boost. Gets 23 and is able to get a clear out. Might even be able to get a shot on goal here. Gets a nice wave dash, but Yotam there just in time to pinch save it away. Yotam's bump might get him a goal, but Frenchie's recover is there once again. Yotam thinking he was going to be able to, or sorry, French thinking he's going to be able to have time to go get that boost, but that ball's coming straight out to net. Yotam never giving up. Puts one right in the center of the net. Yo, RL True Center, what's going on? Thanks for the host, my guy, and the 3 bits. Appreciate it. 8-2 in favor of Yotam. Another kickoff win could spell a 9-2. French with the pre-jump attempt on a save. Yotam ends up hitting it soft and not even making it in. The boost starvation play starts as Yotam hits it back and forth across the net. French just waiting to get his 100. Yotam going fancy with the flip reset. That shot will be soft. French's counterattack on its way now. Fake challenge from Yotam, and that will be a double jump pop for French as he's able to get another goal here. 3-8 in this game, minute 30 left. We will start needing to see some expert kickoffs from French here if he plans on winning. I gotta stop pressing circle in between goals. It messes up the camera. But as we talk about French's kickoffs, we jinx him and we give a kickoff goal to Yotam. So many kickoff goals, says French. He's gonna need to start getting some of his own if he wants to win this series. Nice low 50-50 challenge from French, but without able to get that boost in the corner, it does mean Yotam's going to be able to take it the rest of the way. I don't know what it is French, maybe, in his own head. These past couple games on stream, these crazy guys in Phoenix driving around the map insanely seem to throw him off. He gets a kickoff goal of his own. You scored one too, says Yotam. Compared to your 12, interesting. These guys talking about kickoff goals, which of course are just like any other goal in a Rocket League 1v1. All of them are worth 1 point. Another demo goal here from Yotam. Something certainly we've seen from him way more than we've seen from French. And I'm not sure whether or not it's getting French a little triggered. It might be, as they're certainly the most triggering kind of goal. Cheesecaker 123, who is Yotam? He is an EU player who was in the top 100 when I went trolling for some players to play in these show matches, and he is starting off strong tonight in a 2-0 victory against the number 6 player, or number 6 or 7 player. Nice flick from French as he gets a 5th goal here. The number he's a high level MMR player, our boy French. So how's the servers working? The server's working that French is US West and Yotam is US East. So they're currently, or sorry, he's EU. So they're playing on US East, and both of them are pulling about 90 ping, which is funny because the last game in the same server they were pulling 80 ping, but these guys are actually remarkably even playing on this server right in between them both. That being said, oh yes, the Yotam almost puts an own goal into his post. Is able to pinch it out. French has now got an opportunity to just bring this ball straight in. Yotam desperate to maintain the crazy pressure he's had all match. Does result in him overcommitting here a little bit and giving French an easy goal. So how will you do the matches against US East players? I think what I'm gonna do is probably probably just give US East. I think he knows if Yotam's playing some people in NA, he knows that we'll be favoring US East. So he'll probably play his games on US East, as 11-7 is going to be Yotam pulling out the victory, as he might put in a 12th one here, a little air dribble. 12-7 in this first match of the Gauntlet. Yotam winning himself a cool 5er to start the Gauntlet off tonight. GG's to French, who has left the match end party after getting a GG, or before getting his GG well played from Yotam. But 2-0 Yotam in this best of 3. So, brings us to our spreadsheet here. Yotam winning game number 1. Let's give him a little green. He moves on to face the next up in MMR, Gino. Let's go double check that Gino is ready. In the future, if we have a lot of people, oh hey Kinseh, yo, what up piggies? He's playing very good right now. Yeah, Yotam just played insane. Depending on how long this one takes tonight, we could move to best of 5s maybe as these games move on. But it all depends. I haven't really been able to time these out just yet. So I want to stick with best of 3s to make sure that these people who agreed to play aren't sitting around waiting forever. But I think this is maybe the first appearance of the Merc on our stream. The only other time it might have happened is when somebody switched to it for one game. Although I'd have to assume that Gino is playing his Merc, as is at least his one's main car. Yotam coming in fiery hot with a nice warm-up game. We'll see how that goes for him. His finals best of 3 or best of 5? Finals is going to be best of 5, I can say, once we get there. Gino is able to get the first goal of the series, though, with a nice midfield challenge. Both these guys just vying for the boost. Yotam's bumps can't do anything to the Merc, as he gets a nice power shot in the open net. Yo, change scoreboard. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. We'll wait for the next goal, and then I'll do it. Unfortunately, you guys will miss the goal replay of the next goal. Gino going for really the first aerial attack of all of tonight. Yotam will be able to get this counterattack goal, and we'll use that opportunity to jump out here, guys, and Hopefully we don't miss too much. We didn't miss a single goal. As these two are back at it. 0-0 in a best of 3 on their way up the gauntlet. These guys, of course, need to make sure they give me the PayPals or ways to give them their respective prize pools. Pinch out of midfield, and a demo from Yotam is not going to be able to get around the ball fast enough to score here. Yo, Zirex, thanks for the host, my guy. Gino sticking up close. Burn to Shadow D. Forces a flick out of Yotam and is able to save it away. Gino definitely pressuring harder this game than French did. French seems to like to play a slow style when I've seen him before. Slow calculating, maybe not as wildly pressuring as Yotam has been doing, but Gino's been more of a mirror for him. Yotam able to keep that speed, and a chip off the back wall is going to get him a second goal here. The kickoff game is always one to watch during these series, as Gino just gets maybe a little too excited, ends up slamming the ball off the, oh, Yotam slammed it off his own back wall. I think Gino maybe thought he was going to get a Doomsy dish. Probably shouldn't have been as confident with that. Leaving himself on the back wall means counterattack goal is easy. Gino with boost and space. The opportunity to show us what he's got. Nice flick to the top of the crossbar. Just under the crossbar, I should say. Gets him back within one goal here. That butt of that humongous Merc. Slamming it into the net. 3-2 here. As this game starts out a little bit tighter. Kickoff matchup definitely seems to be going in Gino's favor here. Although I think this is the first direct goal he's gotten from it. I feel he's been winning them and starting off in possession most of these points. Once again, a kickoff win for Gino. Very important to... Oh, nice play from Gino. Coming off the wall. Yotam, not having any faith that this one was going in, elects to stay down and play the potential counterattack. But Gino says, that's a mistake, buddy. I'm putting it in the net. 4-3 to Gino. But like I was saying, these kickoffs are super important, even if you're not winning them. Or sorry, even if you're not scoring them instantly. You need to be winning them. You need to be gaining possession. This kind of stuff just adds up. As Yotam does win one of his own here. Both these guys playing a very aggressive style. Gino, though, certainly much more aerially gifted, or much more confident in his aerials, as the only one to go for these air dribbles yet tonight. Gets under this one, pushes it over Yotam, who's late to react. Gino should continue to rely on that, as Yotam has not been able to answer in either of those attempts he's put on him. This high pressure game continues to work out for him. 6-3 as Yotam gets caught watching. Gino only needs a little pad just to get up above and put that goal in. This is a huge kickoff miss, going to leave a wide open net here. This is the kind of stuff you stay awake at night wondering why you finger slipped on that diagonal flip. May not seem like a big deal when you're up 3, but before you know it, this game's tied going into overtime. Because of that one slip up, yet another goal for Yotam. This is what I'm talking about. Yotam evening off the kickoff advantage in this series. Are these guys GC? Yes, these guys are definitely GC. Both of them are just outside the top 100. They were within the top 100 when I asked them about playing this maybe, you know, a day or two ago, but the bottom of that top 100 is churning constantly. You win or lose a game, or a couple other people win or lose a game, and you'll move in and out. So both these guys probably around 110-ish, I would imagine. As Yotam is able to even it back up, keeping nice pressure, just a double pop, double jump pop, something that he was using in the last game as well. Not a super advanced move, but it's been doing the job. Forces Gino up for a save attempt, and he's able to get the follow-up. I just joined, so it was a missed kickoff threw you way off. Gotcha. Yes, yeah. These guys are definitely GC. I understand that Gino's mistake was a huge one. As he regains the lead. A nice chip shot off kickoff forces a weak save out of Yotam. He's able to put up a 7th. Last 5 or 6 goals here coming in almost no time off the clock, as both of these guys have been scoring on their first attempts off kickoff. Nice play here from Yotam. Ends up failing at the end of it. $1 million move, 10-cent finish. Nice 90-degree flick. Executed maybe a little bit too far off the net. Yotam with loads of time to respond, has no problem saving it away. Yotam with no interest in playing anything high, playing any aerials. Every time he gets the ball on the wall, he's looking to bring it down and set up a low dribble. Something Gino definitely needs to take note of. Certainly seems to be much more comfortable in the air. Might try and force as many attempts to challenge in the air as he possibly can, as he seems to be wildly more confident in that regard. But he puts on a dribble ground goal here as well. Nice roll and chip to himself. Waits as long as he can to get a nice hard angle to save for Yotam, whose pop-up is just too late. 8-6 for our favorite in this matchup, Gino. This, of course, being the first game in the best of 3. Another double jump pop from Yotam, a staple he's shown us. This time doesn't work out. The ball ends up going too high. Both these dudes flipping all around the ball. This is gonna be a 7th goal here for Yotam. Gino needing to burn time, instead elects to keep up his wildly aggressive style. He's punished for that, 7-8, but he has 7 seconds to hold Yotam off, which shouldn't be too hard. Yotam needs to keep this ball in the air in order to score. All Gino needs is for it to touch some grass, and it is going to touch some grass. So it's a GG from both these guys. Gino wins his first game as appearing on FRL stream. Yotam, of course, losing his first game after going 2-0 against French. We'll update the scoreboard here. Give Gino his win as we move on to the next game. Both these guys playing very similarly, very aggressive, which is what you normally expect to see out of 1v1ers. But one thing that's been happening a lot more in the meta, I've noticed just watching these 1v1s, is that the aerial game is not as completely worthless as it used to once be. It used to be so risky that no one would go for anything. But it's certainly a humongous part of the meta now. That being said, Yotam has still stuck to the ground. Sticks to what he knows. Gino is the first one to show us anything in the air. That's Yotam, who is starting to say, oh no, I thought it was a double jump pop. Never mind, just a single pop. That's going to be a double jump pop. I was going to say Yotam might be the guy who's practiced one punch 10,000 times, you know, with that double jump pop. Who needs anything else? Gino playing it smart on these kickoffs. Not leaving the net, guys, or not leaving the ball. One of the most important things you can do in 1v1s, guys, when you lose the kickoff and you can tell the other person's going to get boost, do not just leave. Make sure you grab the ball. Huge 90-degree flick from Gino here. Putting on a filthy shot. 105 km/h. 90-degree flick. Yotam doesn't stand a chance. My goodness. That is a nice, powerful flick as he ties this back up. 1-1. Kickoff win for him and an opportunity to put a flick on net. Another 90-degree one, but Gino's able to save it away. Pushing it high. Low boost for him. Or I should say Yotam's able to save it away. But Yotam not knowing what to do. Sitting with no boost. Gino lets it bounce once and Yotam decides, I need to go pressure him. Falling right into the trap. Gino taps it over him. 2-1 in the series. 2-1 in this game. 1-0 in the series. Guys, I promise as we do this more, I'll stop making those mistakes. 2-2. As Yotam just keeps the pressure on. Off kickoff. Once again, this is what I'm talking about. Yotam doesn't get boost. It stays on that ball. I need to not press it twice. I think that's the key. Even though he didn't get boost, doesn't leave the ball. Next thing you know, Gino's sitting with 100, but Yotam's getting the goal. That's what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, not keeping up that pressure just because you lost the boost. And that initial kickoff, Gino putting on a barrage of tiny little hits, trying to force Yotam into making a mistake. He doesn't, though, as he stays collected and is able to even get his corner boost up to 100 here. These pops getting more and more dangerous. Gino is able to tap away the final long shot attempt from Yotam. And the boost starvation game is on. Gino needing to collect pads. Chooses the right time to turn and contest. Yotam's flick is weak. First aerial attempt or anything high we've seen from Yotam, and maybe we're seeing why he doesn't go for it very often, is Gino is able to hit a very easy counterattack here. When you go for these aerial plays or these high plays off the wall, you have to put on a shot that is hard to save. Anything easy and you're getting scored on, and that's why you've seen so many 1v1ers stay away from the aerial and high play games, because you have to be so careful with them. Of course, these guys certainly capable of doing it right, but Yotam does do it wrong this time. He gives a wide open goal. Yotam getting maybe his first or second demo of the series, something that he used greatly to his advantage against French in the first series. They will tie it back up, 3-3. Yeah, another kickoff win here. Gino going for a ground pinch shot almost, instead of anything high or low. This resets the 1v1. Yotam sticking to his true colors. Gotta give him credit for that, as he does not want to give Gino any time. Prefers to keep the pressure up, prefers to play an attacking style. Sometimes it's not always going to work. Doesn't work for him this time. 4-3. Important to stay to what you think is comfortable, especially when there's no signs that it's necessarily not working. Demo challenge here from Gino is going to cost him a goal. Yet another goal that Gino has conceded from just getting a little too greedy on the back wall, leaving his net wide open. When you're going for dishes into the net or a demo on the back wall, you have got to be sure you're going to connect, as that leaves you completely out of position. Gino misses his kickoff goal. Very important. Gonna regret missing that one, as they're tied 4-4. That one was wide open. You'd expect these guys to make that every time. I don't care if you're low boost or it's a hard angle. These guys are always hitting those, or should be. I'm sure he's beating himself up after that. Yet another high aerial play near the back wall of Yotam, this time not resulting in a direct goal. But Yotam with boost and ball, keeping pressure up at midfield. Gino finally elects to completely retreat. Nice 90-degree flick for Yotam is eventually going to go in here, although that save almost pushes it out. Nice flick for himself. Says anything you can do, I can do. Just about as good. 5-4 for Yotam, who's currently trailing in the series. It could be an important win for him. Pyro, do you have French on your schedule? French was on the schedule. He was first. He played against Yotam, and Yotam actually pulled off the win. So now Yotam is moving on, playing against Gino. Mystic says Gino is hot garb. I don't know about that, as he puts on a nice power shot at midfield after the demo, I believe. Gets a nice demo reset. Rolls a slight bouncer out for himself. Put on a nice 102 km/h boomer to the top of the net. That one's going to be hard to save coming off getting demoed. Gino with another kickoff goal. Certainly regaining his edge in the kickoff goal. category of this show match here. Nice catch off the pinch off the wall. Just ends up catching Yotam off guard. Yotam trying to maintain possession of this one. Ends up getting bumped off the play. Both these guys stand right on top of the ball. Pays off for Gino, as he's able to get this ball in the net with a slight bump on Yotam, who goes flying into the corner. 7-5 in favor of Gino, trying his darndest to defy chat. Yotam says, you know what, man? I've had enough of these kickoffs. Elects to fake kickoff here. Gino's setting up a shadow. He's waiting as long as he possibly can. Ends up working out for him as Yotam puts the ball tight against the post. Double tap here from Gino attempt. That miss means, well, should have meant an absolute counterattack goal, but Yotam got scared enough that he went up for a save attempt. If Yotam had faith that Gino was going to miss, he could have stayed on the ground and countered it easily, but instead, another sequence returns into a pinch goal for Gino at midfield. 5-8 means game number 2 will most likely also be going to Gino. Mystic says he carried Gino to GC. You can't carry someone to GC in ones, I'll tell you that much. As Gino is solidly in Grand Champ ones. 5-8, he's not going to be able to stop this kickoff goal though, as his bounce is rolling just a little bit too fast for low boost Gino. 6-8 with 10 seconds left isn't impossible, just Gino needs to, Yotam, he really needs to slam these kickoffs into the net, and he did not. Instead, Gino does. A nice whiff, though, off the backboard. Could have spelled disaster, but he's able to stick with it, and that will be the end of this game and series, as Gino is able to knock out Yotam 6-8. Good work from Gino. Good first appearance from Yotam, who held his own in a poor ping battle against Gino here, and of course won a very good matchup against French earlier. Your seed learned from the best. So we'll hop back over to our nice little bracket here as Gino wins. Moving on. Once again, another quick sneak peek here at the bracket here. Assuming Sharp is not playing his CRL games, which he very likely might be when it comes time, we will be playing Sharp. But assuming he's ready and he actually can play a series, which he'll maybe have to play 2 series, so it'll be awkward. We'll see if we're able to get Sharp in or not. He's certainly questionable, but for now we got PaLeRider versus Gino, and we for sure have Kinseh waiting. I'm sure. If Gino loses, you're crying tonight. All right, Gino versus PaLeRider up next, and he's earned himself a game against PaLeRider here. Both these guys playing in the Merc. Gino starting this game off early, going up for the aerials. I am unaware of the play style that PaLeRider shows. I know he's been hanging around the top 100 for a long time, as he's actually been chilling on my friends list waiting to play his first series, and it just hasn't worked out until now. He is going to get the first goal of this series and first goal of his games ever on the stream, as he goes up 1-0 with a nice slow flick towards the net. We'll see. We'll have to start learning what all these guys' styles are, so I hope to see them coming back again and again if we continue to do this gauntlet, which I think I do want to do. What a save. Getting roasted. PaLeRider low boost in a situation where Gino can set up something nice. A nice power shot is what he goes for, and that'll work against a 0 boost PaLeRider. Nothing special. Gino showing that these power shots really work for him. Prefers them over those flick shots or dribbles or slow plays, which I certainly can agree with myself. These power shots always leave you in a much better position to defend in case you do end up missing. And in a situation where a goalie has absolutely no boost, there's no way they're going to be able to catch up to a shot with that much heat. As a midfield challenge, though, would very likely lead to a PaLeRider goal. Not able to get the ball out in front of the net fast enough. Ends up rolling against the back wall, and Gino's midfield shot could have been in. But he's unable to get it. This slow pop is once again stopped out. PaLeRider's attempt to rush it to the net doesn't work out, but his contest for the boost wins as PaLeRider is in control of the boost, but not the ball here. Gino's got to be careful with his every challenge. Sorry, guys, got a message, and for some reason that tabs me out nowadays. I don't know why. 90-degree flick from PaLeRider is saved away. That's alright. Our message said Sharp is ready. So we'll see if we actually get him in. Gino on attack. Nice 90-degree. I think this is what I like to call them. I don't know if those are what they're actually called. Nice save and recovery from PaLeRider, saving that first 90-degree flick there, and reversing in the net to get back and save that next easy one. Pretty impressive play there that PaLeRider made. Looked really simple. This flick from Gino is completely whiffed, and he's not able to get the bump, which is, of course, the way to recover from all your missed plays. It's just get a bump, and all of a sudden you look like a genius. Gino making a pretty big mistake there, not grabbing that corner boost while making that challenge. Ends up letting PaLeRider get his, and he'll be in full control now. PaLeRider, though, making the same mistake as he misses the boost in the corner. Gino's unable to take advantage of it, leading to a nice attack from Pale. Ends up putting on a pretty good clear as he set up an attempt here and baits in PaLeRider. PaLeRider electing to shadow, but Gino waiting just long enough for PaLeRider to think he has an opportunity to come challenge. Ends up challenging too low. Nice high shot from Gino is going to make it 2-1. Neither of these guys slamming in any kickoff goals yet, as those mercs just refuse to let the ball go through. Right? That's how that works. Nice recovery again in the net from PaLeRider. This time is going to award him a goal. So important, our recoveries in all of 1v1. You can turn good or bad situations into good, and terrible situations into fine. All it takes is the ability to get right on your wheels and back in the match. This time, though, PaLeRider just going a little bit brain dead and just going for a nice walk all the way to the other side of the map to grab some boost. And Gino says, okay, I'll take my free goal if that's what you want to give me. This kickoff attempt stopped away from PaLeRider, or from Gino. Stop, Gino, from PaLeRider. Oh my goodness. Someone save me. Someone save me from myself as Gino sets up a nice aerial goal here. He's able to get up to that. Nice flip reset. Good patience on this aerial. Nice 50-50 win on the corner. Takes his sweet time. Knows he's got nobody contesting him. Very impressive to catch up to that ball. Put on that last flip to accelerate into the goal. No chance PaLeRider was getting there. 4-2 for Gino as he gets to start feeling himself on this gauntlet here. We'll see how often momentum will favor the person in the gauntlet who has recently been able to win a game or series, as Gino's been 2-0 in the past 2 games. Maybe a little bit more sauced up, a little bit more ready for this matchup, as he's up 4-3 and loses this kickoff as I continue to jinx him here. Gino electing for ball possession over trying to steal that mid boost. PaLeRider's got a dribble. Shadow setup from Gino, is able to touch the ball just well enough. PaLeRider demos him. Gonna have another attempt for free here. Gino trying to close the gap, and is actually able to set up a shadow. PaLeRider trying to take an opportunity to pop it ever so slightly above him, and Gino's ready for it. His double jump save saves it away, and PaLeRider continues to try and be greedy and get one more goal. His power shot far too high. Gino's gonna be able to counter it. PaLeRider, hard to blame him in that situation when he needs a 4th goal to tie up this game. Just ends up powering it too high. Gonna result in easy counterattack. Nice kickoff goal here from PaLeRider, though. Good win and good pressure to get to that ball high and not give Gino any opportunity to save it. I gotta stop pressing square on these replays because it ends up screwing me over. Gino up 1-0 in this first game one. We'll see how much he resorts to time wasting. We didn't see any time wasting in pretty much any of the games so far today, and Gino certainly could have tried to do some of that as he was leading by many goals here, but he ends up getting scored on as it's 5-5. I don't know if time wasting would have been better or worse than what he was trying to do. Afraid to challenge that one, afraid he might lose it, ends up staying on the ground. PaLeRider's able to tie it up 5-5 with 20 seconds left. Both of these guys know this kickoff is super important. Could be a game-winning kickoff here. Gino's able to get possession, but not able to score off of it. Ends up giving that possession away to PaLeRider. Scaring Peril with a demo. Nice double jump pop. Is not going to put the ball nearly strong enough, though. Counter-attack shot from PaLeRider is going to be too slow, as both these guys trade slow hits. Slow hit after slow hit. This does chip off the wall. I mean, maybe there's an attempt here. This ball should hit the ground, but PaLeRider keeps it up. Now it'll hit the ground. Somewhat of a dangerous play for PaLeRider to try and keep that ball in the air on his own half, but neither of these guys able to find a goal. May not be the previous kickoff, but almost this kickoff. Gino's got the ball floating right in front of PaLeRider's net. Low boost for him, as he's able to get a challenge at midfield and steal that midfield boost. Puts him back in a confident situation. Lets Gino set up a 90-degree flick, though. Despite having boost, gives that ball away. Says, I'd prefer to shadow. Sets up a shadow, grabs the 100, but maybe didn't need the 100 or need to not focus on the 100, as that slight turn out to the left is just enough space for Gino to rip in a 90-degree flick and continue his game-winning streak here as he goes up 1-0 against PaLeRider. Quite impressive. We'll hop over here and update the scoreboard, as Gino's looking to add yet another $5 bill to his prize pool as we move on. PaLeRider nice and warmed up now. We'll see how this second game goes. Good matchup from these two so far. I think Gino, leading the majority of that game, was able to pull it out, but never was truly, completely dominating. PaLeRider in it the whole time. He is going to get this first goal off of a little bit of a bait in front of his own net. PaLeRider thinks he has an opportunity to score because Gino might be flubbing it right in front of the net, but is able to get a favorable 50-50 and put in goal number 1. Gino with kickoff possession on this one. This regular old flick that even someone like VRL can do is able to get this second goal. These shadow defenses are not working for PaLeRider right now, as Gino seems to be picking him apart. Maybe it's time for PaLeRider to spice in a few fake challenges or actual challenges, as this shadow game hasn't worked for him on the past few attempts. And if he doesn't figure out something soon, he might be finding himself on the losing end of the series. But what a patient play from Pale here. Just a slight chip is enough to get it past Gino, who thought PaLeRider was going to let that one hit the ground. Excuse me. Battle of the Mercs. It's Gino's sad face. It's currently showing to be the better Merc. His air dribble attempt is weak, and PaLeRider almost able to get it back. Focus on the net fast enough, ends up getting caught in a demo. Another shadow this time works out for Pale. Unable to grab his own boost, but he will be able to grab a goal, which seems to happen so frequently in 1v1. Sometimes people getting a little bit too worried about that boost. Gino gets brought off his wheels, and Pale's able to hit an easy counterattack shot. Two with 4 minutes to go here, as this kickoff goal will go easily to Gino. Looks like Pale maybe got a little bit greedy and Headed to the opposition side for boost. Gino says, okay, I'll go shoot a goal. Not the first time PaLeRider's done that. Seems to think he's going to be able to get back in time to not get scored on by going for the deep corner boost, but so far he's 0 for 2 in those type of situations. Gino's able to coerce the ball out of PaLeRider with a fake challenge. PaLeRider low now. Sharp, did you get cut out? No, you did not. You'd be the next game if you are still down to play. Oof, Gino retreating with the ball. Thinking he had time to set up a dribble of his own. Didn't think this one was too challenging. Says, I'll go grab the boost. I'm not too worried. PaLeRider says, go ahead and have the boost, man. I'll take the goal. All right, you're in. Then you're up next, man. Playing the winner of PaLeRider, Gino. Nice pop here. Shot from Gino does end up hitting the crossbar. As he's able to start keep on the pressure with possession, but that low boost does end up resulting in him putting on a very weak shot. Despite being in possession, he was not in control of the boost there, as PaLeRider had 100 boost and had actually just picked up his corner, so he was chilling boost wise. Gino was going to have to put on something very strong with his 20 boost in order to not get countered, and he was unable to. So PaLeRider would take the lead 4-3 as he sets up yet another shadow. Gino just pulling the trigger a little bit too early on his flick attempt, but never mind, I take it back. Ends up hitting a really easy flick that PaLeRider can take control of, but doesn't catch it like he wants to. Ends up chipping it a little bit high, and Gino's constant pressures surprises PaLeRider. He's able to get a goal. 4-4. All from just a missed touch on what was a very easy to save flick from Gino. I'm sure PaLeRider was not trying to go for a chip up into his corner. Instead, probably trying to roll it onto the top of his car. This power hit from Gino is not much of just a possession giveaway. PaLeRider's going to be able to set up a dribble of his own, but yet another occurrence of maybe a little bit too early of a flick, but is able to force a save out of Gino and ends up putting the ball right on top of him on that second attempt. Anywhere else on the net and that ball's going in, but he ends up slamming into the back of Gino's car, and Gino gets the counterattack goal to go up 5-4. Good positioning and save by Gino. Maybe PaLeRider was thinking he had an opportunity to shoot the ball behind Gino. Sometimes it's better to catch off a goalie off guard who sees 90% of the net open, so they start rushing to cover that 90, and next thing you know, you put a goal in right behind their butt where they weren't ready for it. But this time, Gino, stagnant, is able to get that save and get that counterattack. PaLeRider either giving too much credit to Gino, or Gino just 2 steps ahead. Knowing he was going to try and put it behind him. Good shadow defense from Gino, but the boost starvation game will start. Gino does a good enough job of maintaining enough boost to hit an aerial. He's able to get a full clear, but once again, he's still low boost. This chip is almost enough. You don't need to do much to stop somebody who's got nothing in retreat. But what PaLeRider did was still not enough. Too soft of a chip. Gino's able to stop a couple of them, and a third one. Gino with really good defensive play right now with this low boost. Yet again, another good cutoff at midfield. He's able to get a full clear. This is not easy, the performance that Gino just put on with almost no boost. And PaLeRider just slamming shots over and over and over on his net. But this time, it is finally going to pay off for PaLeRider, as Gino, despite as many great plays as he did, and as much as he did delay that goal, that pressure and possession and just an advantageous position for PaLeRider does pay off. And Gino says, hey man, remember how you took 20 minutes to score that last goal and you tried and tried and tried and you barely just got it? Well, I'm going to just take it away in 1 second with a nice kickoff goal. How's that sound? Gino up 6-5. Gino coming in hot. Of course, up 1-0 in the series. If he wins this one, he moves on to play Sharp, assuming Sharp's going to have time, which it sounds like he does. Ooh, really nice play from PaLeRider here. This is not an easy read, and it's very risky. In case you missed, there's a counterattack coming, but an excellent read in the corner. That ball definitely not heading in without that aerial. The kickoff win for PaLeRider might make the outcome of this game look completely different, but nice save and recovery from Gino, who's unafraid of all these shot attempts. Going to try and keep possession going here and keep the attack on with 0 boost, which is of course always a danger, because if you don't put on a strong enough shot, this is what happens. A counterattack goal for PaLeRider is 7-6. You know, it's not impossible to keep the pressure on with no boost, but you either have to get a favorable 50-50 or a very nice shot. Can't afford to have a weak shot like that one. Of course, Gino had the opportunity to grab boost had he wanted, but elected to keep the pressure on, which in his defense have been working for him the rest of the game, but it looks like it'll be 8-6 with 3 seconds left here. PaLeRider will get game number 2 and force the first game number 3 that we've had tonight. I like it. PaLeRider, Gino, and Yotam, all 3 of them very similarly rated. I'd be surprised to find if Gino and PaLeRider hadn't played multiple times in the 1v1 MMR ladder. PaLeRider with the GG is able to pull out despite Gino leading the majority of the game. Both these guys ready to go. Let me just come here, update our scoreboard here. PaLeRider 1-1 as these guys vie for an attempt to move on. Just show it again real quick here. As an attempt to move on and play sharp. These guys are playing best of 3 right here. So you get to move on and play sharp. Game number 3, first game number 3 of the night, Gino versus Pale. What is it a best of? Sean, Atlanta? It is a best of 3. Best of 3 these guys are playing. They'll move on to the next best of 3, which will be against Sharp. And finally, Kinseh will be waiting in the finals if either one of these guys end up getting there. Game 3 in the best of 3, Gino versus Pale. Pale finding his first win on stream in that last game, and Gino finding his first loss on stream in that last game. Hope to see these guys returning more and more, though, in the future as we do some more of these. Nice 50 around midfield will result in a power shot that PaLeRider is unable to save. Gino air dribble into the pinch. Gino, the only one today to show that he's willing to go for air dribbles, willing to go for aerial shots, and the vast majority of them working out for him. So I'm surprised we're actually not seeing more aerial play out of Gino, considering how often it works for him. And yet another aerial play, flip reset. Isn't going to be able to get him a goal, but looks like maybe that's why we're not seeing too much stuff out of him. He ends up giving a free one away. That is, of course, the danger of getting hyped up by the commentator. You will absolutely lose your next goal in the exact way that the commentator said you're doing amazing. See, PaLeRider, certainly an opportunity to set up some kind of aerial in that situation too, but of course wants to take it low. Plays it really patient, trying to sneak it behind Gino. He's unable to. Nice pinch on the post will result in a counterattack goal for Gino. Tough play for PaLeRider as he did a good job of keeping the pressure on, but sometimes it's hard to predict a nice pinch straight out like that. Of course, the majority of the saves will be going into the corner there. Gino with some extremely impressive defending. Goalkeeping has been certainly what has kept him in the last match and what helped him win the first one, as he's able to get another save here. His PaLeRider's shots, certainly nothing to scoff at, but Gino doing a really good job. This aerial game, this aerial attack, and this defending from Gino is what is winning him these games. Nice attempt here. PaLeRider just waiting in net. Really showed no chance. Couldn't have challenged that any earlier, I don't think. Gino making him pay. Kickoff goal attempt here from Gino, who's staying in despite very low boost. Another tactic of Gino's we've seen both work and fail for him. Certainly doing it more than any other competitors today. Staying in with that low boost, like our boy Kronovi loves to. But Gino's defense gets him yet another goal as he goes up 4-1 here. PaLeRider's shot weak. Gino's save and counter. Able to put him up. PaLeRider's going to have to put on more impressive stuff than that for Gino to sweat it. He's not sweating it at all. Flip reset is going to work, kind of. I mean, he got the flip reset, so that was cool. Gino feeling himself a little bit, as both of the goals this game from PaLeRider are just coming off of missed aerial attempts. Flip resets on both of them, I'm pretty sure. So really a dominating performance if Gino didn't try and style a couple times. But in his defense, he did it because I said he was doing great at aerials, so. Just bad play from me. Nice 50 from Gino. This wall shot from Pale is not going to be headed in with no boost. Pale getting really aggressive. Yeah, this will be a counterattack here with no boost. And this ball bouncing in front of the net, you have to get some kind of challenge if you're going to go in that deep. And Gino takes full advantage of the situation, getting a nice pop and counterattack shot. Aerial goal attempt. That first touch is not what Gino wanted. PaLeRider, despite having no boost, is able to get back a demo here. Could result in the goal as Gino elects to go for a high aerial shot here. Double tap. Oh my goodness, couldn't have gotten much closer. Should be able to get back here and not have it result in a counterattack goal. But what could have been on that aerial maybe would have been the best play of the night. Of course, he would have been stealing it from himself so far, as he has the fanciest plays by far. But he's going to give up a free, boring goal from midfield. Just ends up chipping the ball back towards the net and setting up a perfect pass for Pale as he ends up just missing a dribble touch. Kind of panics, turns around, and ends up giving the ball away. So all that resulting just from a drive-by missed touch on the ball. 90-degree flick gets yet another goal. Gino's got his moves and knows how to use them. Kickoff win with a 90-degree flick is really working for Gino as these come in too fast for PaLeRider to read. A little delayed kickoff from Pale. Maybe trying to mix it up, trying to get not necessarily desperate, but trying to try something different as he trails in this series. Or sorry, as he trails in this game, but theoretically in the series, as I'm sure he feels like he's trailing right now, 7-3 to Gino. Pressure game not working for Pale. A little frustration in the chat. Mixing up the kickoff to push it off to the side. Gino keeping that constant pressure on something we saw to him and Yotam. Refusing to let that other person set up anything at midfield off those kickoffs. Yotam needing to be the one to maintain the pressure now as he's got 4 goals to make in a minute 20 here. With Gino keeping possession and can continue pinching this stuff off the side wall, or that's not great. I was thinking he was going to try and pinch it across, end up hitting it in a pretty dangerous spot, but Gino might be able to get a counterattack here to score an 8th. Nice play off the backboard. Makes it impossible for PaLeRider to save. PaLeRider throws out the GG. 8-3. That'll be it for Gino. Nice play from Gino. Both these guys in the murk. This aerial shot will end the game for him. All right. Gino, the first one to win 2 matches in a row. I like it. I like it. But now we move on to the serious competition here as he's going to go up against Sharp, and we'll see if he can prove himself against maybe the top 40, top 60-ish player right now in Sharp, assuming Sharp is ready and still has time to play.